morning. Here, our session topic is digital marketing. It is more effective and more um, new trendable and upcoming technology and most emerging technology, which is going to be a part of our Indian economy. This is our future. It may be provide more job opportunity in future. So now we have a interactive session in digital marketing. Let's start the session with the objective of digital marketing. First of all, we have to know the what is digital marketing. We are all aware about the marketing. In present days, we don't have such facility to go and buy some product outside street or else some cities, etc., because there is no proper transportation and there is no proper train facility. So we are move on to the digital world. The digital world is nothing but we are digitally connected with internet. So here the marketing will be work on a main principle, main objective. Here we'll have a session with the digital marketing. Digital marketing is a marketing of product and service using the digital media technology. Digital marketing is a marketing of product and services using a digital media technology on internet. Okay, using search engine. Search in the sense we have a lot of search engine, but most commonly using search engine is Google, Yahoo, and MSN. These are all the most popularly using search engine. Then social medias. We all very familiar about only two or three social medias. We are very familiar with only Twitter and Facebook, most probably Instagram. But we have n number of social medias. We have n number of social medias. Most popular social medias in India is more than 10 social medias is still available, including our Gmail, YouTube, and then LinkedIn, etc. And then Telegram too. Now the presently Telegram is most fastly growing social media site. Then digital marketing can be carried out in various mobile applications. Various mobile application in the sense for day-to-day activities, we keep on downloading the various applications for news purpose, sports purpose, as well as for downloading or listening the movies, as well as downloading and listening the music. We have n number of apps available in our play stores. So through the mobile applications, they may have the marketing strategies, and then from that they will provide the digital marketing. Then websites. Website acts as a major role in digital marketing. Here, website in the sense we have n number of websites in our internet. So for our result, also we have to go for our Anna University website. Then for downloading movies, we have to go for a website. To know the news, the current news, we have to go for a website. From that website only, we made various mobile application. See, a portable view of website is mobile application. So here for digital world, website is a backbone for digital world. Then displaying the advertisement, displaying the advertising in the sense nowadays there is n number of advertisement while opening the websites. They are payable. It is non-payable. In some cases, it is non-payable. Non-payable in the sense for government ad advertising, they won't offer any money. But for private advertisement, they offer money. Then video advertisement. Video advertisement is whenever you go for a YouTube video live streaming or YouTube previous video streaming, they are in that intermediate time in regular intervals, they will provide some ad in the sense the advertisement. It may be a 1 second or it may be a 2 or 3 seconds. Based on the pay, it will stream the video advertising. Then remarketing. Remarketing is a presently trendable strategy. Whenever you go for a search to buy a mobile phone, or else to search various product in your search engine like Google, they may directly redirect to some online shopping websites like Flipkart, like Amazon, like Snapdeal. So it will be redirected to that particular site. Whenever you are entering, your email ID also enters into that particular website. That website will fetch your email address. Then after you are leaving that particular site, if you go for other search, they used to show that whatever you searched in Amazon, whatever you search in Flipkart, that will be shown automatically. That is retargeting, remarketing ads. Then email, it is very popular. Everyone knows, if someone get your email ID, they used to keep on send some advertisement to your email address. Then banner ads in the sense, they will send you some post or pamphlets to your email as well as WhatsApp or else a Telegram, so on. This is the basic of digital marketing. So why we particularly chosen this topic? So what is the reason we are discussing here in the sense? This is emerging topic. Not only a topic, this one is very useful, as well as we have n number of scope in digital world. If you go for a job for digital marketing, you may offer more than 20k plus salary. So today, every companies or every organization required digital marketing expert. So whenever they have product, they have to sell. So it has to be reach the people in the sense, it has to reach to the customer. So this is only platform. This is the only best platform to reach the people, as well as now we are in the pandemic situation of COVID. So everyone learned now the current as well as the future technology is digital marketing. So this is only way to target the different customers and different peoples, as well as to grow the market level into the next level. So this is the main objective for choosing the digital marketing topic. So let's have a discussion with types of digital marketing in present 2020. So we have totally 15 types of digital marketing. 15 types of digital marketing. So if you very familiar with this, I assure that you may know only 4 to 5 types of digital marketing, but you don't know someone is marketing you. You don't know someone is marketing you in this type of digital marketing technique. So how they are marketing, then what is the type of marketing, and what is behind that marketing. This is going to be discussed now. Now we'll start with the search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is the first type of digital marketing. So search engine optimization means the very first thing is you should have a website. Without website, you cannot market to outside people. So if you go for any websites, if you go for any website, or if you go for any search, it will redirect to particular website only. So if you see even a pamphlet, for example, if you see our college website, college pamphlet 2, that may have our college website. So from that website only, they may go through the various details of our college, as well as if you need to know the more things about the organization, in the sense you have to go through that particular website only. So first and foremost thing is you should create the website. So for creating a website, you should design the website, right? You should write a code, and then you have to launch that particular website. So while writing that particular code, you may use some keywords for search purpose. Best college in this Tamil Nadu, best organization in India, best company in the world. Like that, few search keywords will be inbuiltly written in the coding itself. So this is the first way. If I go for a Google search, I may search best hotels in Tamil Nadu, best colleges in Tamil Nadu, then best schools in Tamil Nadu. So if I put that particular keyword in my website in itself, means it will be automatically my website will appear in the first place. So this is the very first strategy which is used in the digital world. So search engine optimization is the first and foremost technique for digital platform. From this only they used to produce some various advertisement in the digital marketing world. So second one is SEM, search engine marketing. Now this one is second type of digital marketing. Here, from website link, from contacts, from search, from ranking, from performance measure, we may go for a marketing. You should think how they are doing such marketing. We don't familiar about something while installing various application. Some application require to allow to access your contact. You blindly giving okay. So first reason is why they used to access your gallery as well as contact is to fetch your contacts as well as fetch your details which is in your mail account. Your mail account is defaultly inbuilt in your mobile. So your contact also synchronize your contacts. Contact in the sense phone contacts. The phone contacts is automatically synchronized with that particular Gmail account. So if I access your contact, I may get entire details of your mobile phone. So from that contact, I used to send following links like 50% offer for online payable games. They used to send 5,000 rupees is credited for you. Like that, various messages will receive from unknown sources. This is the first reason. So if a known or unknownly, we are allowing to access the contact. So the companies will access your contact. From that contact details, they used to send the messages, they used to send the email address. So this is the strategies in the digital marketing. So social media optimization. Everyone will synchronize our email address with various social media platform. Like my single email address will be accountable in Facebook, Instagram, then Google Plus, then Twitter. So the same single email address will be synchronized with all my social media account. So if I log in with a single email address, my account will be permanently in sign in. If I don't have awareness, I may go for various search, right? For Anna University question papers, best mobile phones, then Samsung mobile. Like that, I may go for a various search, right? So my search history will be fetch into the Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitter. So our social media also displays whatever I have made a search in my Google account. So it will be automatically synchronization with my social media, accounts. So you should very aware on it. If you are log in, you have to log out immediately. Otherwise, your details will be, your detail in the sense your search history will be fetched into your social media sites. It will also display whatever you made in a search in Google. It will be shown in your social media site. So this is one platform of social media optimization. With the help of this one, they may go for digital marketing in social media websites. Then social media marketing. Social media marketing in the sense, now this one is very eminent way to market the various things to the various peoples, like different peoples. So I will show you a simple example here. Here I have opened the site. One India. I hope everyone will have a experience to open this website, right? So whenever I used to open this website, I may see lot of things. It means unnecessary thing for me. Lot of unnecessary things which is inbuiltly in that particular website. I have opened this to know the current news, or else I want to know the current progress, what is going on. But unfortunately, it's showing the various different things like advertisement. Here, if you see this, the super good software advertisement is showing here, then Corona update is showing here, and then new arrival of shopping. Here, defaultly, it will showing in the website itself. Another thing is integrating the social media into your website. This one is also a strategy of digital marketing. Here, the Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube is integrated with this particular One India site. If I click this, it will be redirected into that particular Twitter account. If I open this, it will be redirected to YouTube page of YouTube account or YouTube page of that One India. So this is also one strategy. Okay, this is one strategy of digital marketing. Here, if you see this, here some ad is there about the Oppo mobile phone. Here the Oppo company is paying for this particular advertisement. So here inbuiltly lot of things, and then the future add-ons is inbuiltly added in the website. So this is the strategy which is using in the digital world. I have opened this to know whether schools and colleges are going to open or not. But unfortunately, I have seen lot of advertisement regarding various things. If I impress with LIC life insurance, I may go through this website too. So in some case, they may show 50% offer for clothes. So I may go for that particular site too. So this is the strategy to fetch the outside people, or else to fetch the uninterested people. I don't have interest to buy, but through that particular advertisement, I may go for that particular website, right? So this is the best example for digital marketing site. So here, n number of advertisements available in single web page, as well as here the WhatsApp, Facebook, as well as Twitter account is inbuiltly integrated. But actually what I need, I have to read the particular news, but it shows additional things. If I interested, I may go through that. If I am not interested, I may not go through that. So this is the platform for fetch the or attract the different peoples. So this one is pay per click. Pay per click in the sense, this is also, I will show you the example here. Some add-on is, some pop-up is blinking here. If I click this, automatically it will redirected into that DARS website. So I made a mouse click, right? If I click this, the amount will be credited to that particular One India account. So this is the one strategy. If I click this, the amount will be add on to the One India website. So if I am not click or if I just watch it and straight away I will come back in the sense, it will not payable. So this is also one strategy of impressing the peoples. So pay per click, like by using the various devices like mobile phone, laptop, as well as pamphlets. And then location. This one is very important one. So for women's, it is very vulnerable too. You have to check whether your location is on. In some cases, if you are go for a traveling, in that case, you may open that your location. You may switch on your location. In other terms, please switch off your locations. From knowing your location, they may target some marketing products too. So this is the another strategy. To knowing your location, they used to send the various product advertisement to your email ID, or else to your social media pages, or else to your mobile too. So this one is attracting the target audience. I have to develop my marketing strategy in Andhra Pradesh, in the sense I may directly go for Andhra Pradesh. So how I know whether the people who's in Andhra Pradesh, in the sense, by knowing the location ping. If I know the location, some people where is in Andhra Pradesh, I may target that particular Andhra Pradesh audience or Andhra Pradesh customer. I may directly go for that particular customer. This one is targetable customer. So this one is affiliate marketing. The name of target customer is affiliate marketing. This is the new strategy presently focusing on various companies. Here, they don't want to advertise the various people. They need a target audience. They need a targetable student. Targetable student in the sense, they target only +2 student, in the sense I have to know whether the student is +2 student or not, right? So if I know the student is +2, I may directly target that particular student to attract my college or my institute. So this is more eminent presently using marketing strategy by using your location. Even in some application, they straight away switch on your location too. For example, Swiggy and Zomato, if you want to order some food, you have to switch on your location. So you may not aware on whether you use the Swiggy app after the placing the order, you may not switch off your locations. So from morning to evening, it will be open only. So from that, if you go for any other website, they also fetch your location. So they may know that your search history, in case if you search good colleges in Tamil Nadu, means they straight away, they know that you are a +2 student, or you are searching for a college, you are searching for a higher studies, so straight away they will focus you, they will target you, they will advertise you. So market research will be made. Market research will be made. From that, they used to promote the various things related to your search. This one is most eminent and most currently using marketing strategy, affiliate marketing. Then marketing my products, marketing my podcast. Podcast in the sense, for marketing my product, I may go for a next step. For example, recordable voice. I hope everyone has this experience for receiving the recorded call from your service provider like Geo. If your plan is inactive, they straight away they used to call again and again to made you recharge. So this is the another strategy for digital marketing. Marketing my podcast in the sense, marketing into the voice or marketing in the form of a link or sending some videos, audios. So this is also currently using marketing strategy. Then influencer marketing. Influencer marketing. So this is also presently using marketing strategy. Influencing in the sense, I have to attract you. I have to attract you to enter into my website. So first thing is what I have to do. So I need more promotion to attract you. For attracting the peoples, I have to make various activities and various things to enter into my website as well as my applications. So in whatever we discussed before, everything will be comes under this influencer marketing. This marketing strategy also focus some audience. That focused audience will receive the marketing details and marketing advertisement, as well as keep on updating the advertisement to particular customer. For example, if you go for a Chennai Silks, or else if you go for a Big Bazaar, or else if you go for a more market, they used to get your mobile phone number as well as they used to get your email address. From that, they keep on send offers related to that particular organization. If you are not interested, you may neglect that. If you are in some cases, they will attract you based on the customer needs. So if they know you are expecting offer, so this customer expecting more offer, if we send the offer details, surely they will visit our shop or organization. Means they may straight away focus particular customer regarding whatever they expect. So this is also a type of targetable customer. To focus the targetable customer, from that we will get the more profit. So these are all the strategies and these are all the types of digital marketing which is presently used in digital world. So I'm going to end this session. Before that, I have to discuss the scope of digital marketing sector. If you are well known in HTML, JSP, or web page development, you may directly focus this type of job opportunity. So for everything, designing is a most common and related thing. without making a website, without making an application, the digital marketing is impossible. So if you are well knowledged in creating a website or doing some activity in web related things, straight away you may go for this platform. This will create a more scope in your job opportunity. Every company's recruiting, every company will recruiting this kind of job opportunities. They need some marketing expert to sell the product. So the ultimate goal is we have to sell the product. Every organization is creating various things. The main reason is they have to sell and gain the profit. So this is very scopable domain. If you are very interested, from today you go for it, and try to know the more additional information about the digital marketing. This one is our future. This one is our future for our economy. So this is more scopable, as well as they may provide more job opportunity in future with decent package. Okay, hope you all understand and hope you all listened my session. Thank you one and all. Thank you our HOD sir, Dr. M. Jyotish Kumar, for giving this opportunity to deliver my session regarding the digital marketing. Thank you one and all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Nurul, for giving the wonderful presentation on the digital marketing. And we get some of the ideas about how the digital marketing is being presently available with different kinds of ingredients. So thanks for your crispy information about digital marketing. So let me start the next session. The next session is about the machine learning. So before that, I will share my screen. So welcome to all for the session on Technical Fest STEM 3.0, which is held on November 12, 2020. So today the topic which we are going to take in is the very interesting topic, which what presently in the pathetic situation we have been carrying about all the technology issues and technology related challenges and all we are making out to be in the form of learning. So learning is one of the main ingredient for the human to take any kind of an methodology or any kind of an new terms which want to be learned. So that may be learn in the own language or in the second language. So learning is one of the main part of our life actually. So in that way, there is a topic which is crucially needed on this situation. The name of the topic is known as machine learning. So what is machine learning? Where the machine learning is comes from? So what is the XT of machine learning, and what is the demonstration we can given for machine learning? What is the purpose of machine learning that we needed on this today's situation? So one origin for the machine learning is actually the artificial intelligence. Maybe all the peoples can know what is the basics of artificial intelligence. So intelligence is mainly needed if you want to have a learning. So let me start with what is AI. So artificial intelligence refers to the simulation of human intelligence. So we are all human intelligence, where we want to make a simulation of human intelligence to the mission. So that's what they called as an AI refers to the simulation of human intelligence in missions that are programmed to think like humans. So how to make the missions to be think like human? So it's a big task, but we want to make it. So to make it the mission to be think like a human, we need different kinds of learning methodology is needed, and different kinds of learning layers is needed under the part of artificial intelligence. Within that, the first layer of an artificial intelligence, which take care about the thinking like a humans, or how the human intelligence can able to given to the mission, with the name called as a mission learning. So what is mission learning? So machine learning is a study of computer algorithms that allow computer programs to automatically improve the experience. So experience, what human will get a experience. So once we done any kind of a work, we get multiple experience, which we should do it, which we should not do it actually. So how to make that kind of experience to be given to the mission? So it is that kind of experience we can given to the mission with the name of algorithms. So it is fundamentally a part of artificial intelligence that you want to know very clearly. So what I already told that machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. There are multiple layers available in artificial intelligence. Out of that, the first layer which we need to know is nothing but the machine learning. So it's fundamentally a part of artificial intelligence. It has a capability to evolve and various programming techniques and machine learning algorithms are able to process large amount of data and extract useful informations. So it helps the algorithm or using the learning algorithm is aimed to improve the user experience and customize the online platform. So there are, when I take about the term known as in customization of an online platform, there are multiple things to be in an online. So presently, what a daily by 24/7, we are traveling with multiple social media like Facebook or every times when you want to search for any kind of a good work, we will go for a Google. So all this kind of main ingredients of things are coming under the machine learning, because when you want to go for any kind of search engine, Google is one of the good example for the machine learning. Once if you go for any kinds of words or any kind of an images that you search engine, how effectively the given information will be taken to the system, and it will extract the multiple information and give you what is the exact output that you needed. So the same thing to be taken in the case of Facebook, which are able to tag your friends previously with the name of by mentioning the names. Now presently the Facebook, we can tag our friends with the name of face recognition. So that is what we call as a pattern recognition. So all these kind of things and all coming under your machine learning. So another one thing, what festival that we are making on now, we have the Deepam festival, what we call as a Deepavali festival. So in that we have go through all your Android mobiles and all through your studios. So let me take about Netflix. So we already know about what is Netflix and in what way that user collect all the various user data will be collected, and various movies will be based to be displayed in the Netflix actually. So even the Netflix is also to be at the background of the Netflix, what the user will like, so how many movies the user is seeing on every day. So when a new movie is coming over it, whether the user will like this particular movie or not. So all this kind of analyzation can able to done by the machine learning. So see how the machine learning is being around us. So we are using all this thing, but we doesn't know that this is machine learning. We are using Facebook every day. That is the background. The machine learning is available every day, every minute of values. We just giving search engines. That's Google. That is the background is machine learning is available. So if you are seeing in any movies through the Android or the application which is available to the Netflix, there the machine learning is available. So if you are buying any products, there are multiple platform available, and within that there is one huge of platform buying is Amazon. Amazon is also using the machine learning. So in our daily life, we are making all the technology level aspects, but we want to know very clearly all these technology level aspects to be the background the machine learning is available. So make it very clear in our daily environment, whatever the regular environment as a human we are carrying out with the technology, at the background of all the technology, the term which is available is known as machine learning. So in today's session, we will see about how the machine learning is developed, and we will take some of the demos, and we will take some of the practical implementation of how the machine learning can able to take it. So let I move on to the next slide. So let I talk about these are all the topics of objective that we are going to carry out on this presentation. What is machine learning? Like what I already told, it's a study of a computer algorithm that allow computer programs to automatically improve the experience. So that experience is a word which take multiple and multiple lot of inputs to be taken. So what does it do? What machine learning can do for me? So machine learning, I just told there are multiple things around us. You are using Facebook, whether you're using Netflix, whether you're using Google or Google Assistants or Coranta or Siri, this voice assistants, everything, whatever the technology around us on today's session or in the today life, whatever we are living over here. So all the things are at the background. The learning is needed. That learning is given by the artificial intelligence. Within the artificial intelligence, the first part of the artificial intelligence, which what we call as the first layer of an artificial intelligence, is a mission layer. Okay, so that's what we call as an how. What does it do for you, and how does it work? That is a very exclusive information that everyone should know that. And the third one is nothing but about types of machine learning. So what is the categorization of machine learning is available? How the machine learning can able to take into the real time by the name of types actually. And the last one we go for the applications of machine learning. That what the discussion that we done till now. So all these things and all to be come in the form of applications actually. Okay, so let me before going to the slide, let I introduce myself. I'm Dr. M. Jyotish Kumar, the trainer and coordinator for the course. So I take privilege to take this session. So what is the background work needed for the presentation, which is background work needed for the machine learning? So you can see the left hand side, there is a diagrammatical representation which represent a huge circle, which represent artificial intelligence, which is from the intelligence, there are multiple sublayers available, where you can see the second layer, which we called as a mission layer. That's what I just told. The machine learning is the subpart of an artificial intelligence. So what machine learning will do, the algorithm and as they expose to more data over the time. So once if you come to machine learning, you can see the right hand side how the machine learning is being developed, in what way the even given information is being carried out. So you can see that the origin of your machine learning is actually started from 2000. Okay, but the origin has been initially started in 1990s actually. But when it come to drastically come to the output, which the human can interaction through the social media or through the any kinds of an ads. So all these things and all to be made in the 2000 actually. But when the origin is comes over it, you can see there is three kinds of area where your machine learning is being activated, like fraud detection or a searching algorithm like Google. We just make it like supply chain management, taking about the products how to take into the next end. The last one what we presently carrying out, taking to different kinds of things, what I just told about pattern recognition, the Facebook which you using the friend's images, using the friend's image itself we can able to identify the name of the person. So using that's what we called as a pattern recognition, which what we called as a face recognition, or which coming under the speech recognitions. So all these things and all to be they carried out in the XT of machine learning. So again come to the part of a machine learning, the exact what the machine learning is says for us. So machine learning is an application of an artificial intelligence that provides systems the ability to automatically learn, that automatically learn. How it is a meaning of automatically learn actually? So the term automatically learn represent we need some kind of input to be given, whether the input to be in the form of objects, the input to be form of in the records, the input to be in the form of data sets. So data sets represent the collection of information will be given. For example, I just want to know about a face recognition system to be implemented. So I want to give multiple face to be as an input to know that the human will be look like this with different kinds of dimensions. So that's the term to be called as an ability. So we want to provide the ability. So how we can able to provide the ability? So we can able to provide the ability when you are giving the exact data set to the machine learning. That is very important. Okay, and improve the experience without being explicitly programmed. So it is not one of the programming area where you can able to program like this. Based on the program it will work actually. So based on the experience, for example, if you are doing any kind of an work, if the machine is doing any kind of work, once if you identify the failure in the work, so next time the same kind of work is given to the mission will identify this work I can't able to take it out, because already he attended that particular, the mission is attended that particular work, and he's been failure. So that is the meaning of an experience. So using that experience, the next time when you go for streamlining, it will go for the success one. So that is the way which we called as in the machine learning will go for an experience. So that experience is also given by learning. So the learning is one of the basic ingredient which in given in all the parts actually and given to the system. So this is another additional things about your machine learning. The primary aim is to allow the computer to learn automatically without the human intervention or assistance, and adjust according to the given input. So this is another thing related to the machine learning. And what does it do for us? That's what already we just doing. What is the different kinds of input we just taken? What the mission can do for us actually? In what way the decisions can able to taken, and how the task will be taken, how the explicitly the program will be given to the system. So how the algorithms are designed, how to improve the given data to the next level. So all these things to be coming under the part of what does it do for us. So how does it work? So let me go for a simple a demonstration. How does it works for us actually? So let me take one simple presentation. So you can see the presently my window actually. So what is machine learning actually? So you can see my picture on the particular image. This is one of the application of the machine learning, which what we call as a face recognition or any object kind of recognition. So once I take the screenshot with this particular information, you can able to see at the bottom what we can able to learn from the particular input. You can see the hair is 98 percentage, forehead, what you can see it is a 93 percentage. My eyebrow is actually 90%. Over here there is some kind of objects available with me. So you can see that so it's telling that it's a selfie and it's an hair of 97 percentage, and you can see the object which is being available is a green color. So you can see at the bottom the green is 91 percentage, and the finger, because when I take the image to be near to this, my finger is only the object which is being very near to the particular thing. So you can see that it's showing my image, that is my finger, to be getting about an 81 percentage to be given over here. For example, I'm showing on Apple. So this is the one information I want to show. So I want to show an Apple over to the system. So in this particular situation, you can see in the window, you can see two kinds of things. One is you can see the Apple, and you can see my hand is holding the Apple, and as well as my image, that is my face. So all these three will be grasped by the machine learning. So this is a multiple data sets actually. So all these data sets will be taken. For example, I'm just taking this particular shots. Okay, and you can see that it giving shoulder 90 percentage, nose 90 percentage. So let I take only the which we what we called as an apple. So let I take only apple to be over here. So let I take what is happening over it. So you can see, yeah, the right output we are getting. So you can see that whenever I making the apple to be shown to the learning, and it will tell you that there is an apple. Okay, so this is one of the type of a machine learning that we will see about that. What is it? So you can see that it is in holding that 91 percentage of an apple, because balance will be related to the what is the object that you can see about the background or whatever you can see. The fruit is 89 percentage, the hand is 79 percentage. So this is what the machine learning. So every object it will recognize. So even if you show the image of an apple, it will take it. For example, I'm just having one bottle over here. I'm just taking this bottle over here, and which is the bottle will be taken to the color and whatever it may be. So let me see what is happening on this particular learning. So when I click this particular information, so you can see that it beautifully given about three informations. One is purple is 94 percentage, and bottle is 9, because it will recognize that it is a bottle actually. So it shows that it is a bottle is 91 percentage, and violet, because the color is actually related to purple and violet, because my shirt is also the color to be the same color of my bottle actually. So it's telling the violet is 90 percentage. So there is some of the products also I've been having. I'm just having some products that I take about how this product will be recognized by the system. So this is the one which I taken over here, and it will take about lip. Some of the informations it is been taken over here. Okay, so let I take some of the mobiles. Let I take some of the mobiles to be taken, or I taken this kind of an smiley. Okay, I taken this smiley actually. So let I take what is the smiley is doing over here. Yeah, it's giving, you can see that even though I show the smiley, but the system can easily understand this is not a smiley, because this is the image of the smiley actually. Okay, that's what it giving the one information to be called as, and red is 90 percentage. But additional with this, you can see this is one of the part of the mobile which is coming under the part of the technology field. So you can see that the technology is 71 percentage, an electronic device which is 70, because it's a mobile is one of the electronic device actually. So all these things and all coming under the machine learning. Now you can see, now you can know how the machine learning is works, because the presentation what now presently I given over here. So I can show some of the images actually. Let I take some of the uh, mm, marker pen. Okay, so let will understand whether this marker pen will be known to the system or not. So it's showing something, it's not showing because it's not taken over here. So let I take some other pens to be available with this. Let I take some other pens to be taken. So let me understand what is taking over here. So yeah, So it's giving that it's personal productive equipment or photography or an element. That's what the information, whatever you are giving over to be in the right way. In that way, the situations will be taken. Suppose I giving one of the mouse over here. So I'm just giving mouse to be the one of the input to this particular input. So it taking all this. So it's taking room is 66 percentage. So the input to be given properly actually. That what the input like we given as an apple or the input needed to this particular one. So now you can understand what is the exact input that we want to given for the machine learning. So how it is happening from the term itself, we can understand there are multiple information, that multiple image recognition information is given to the system. Once it is given to the system, we'll go for the algorithm will take the responsibility of matching the given data sets. Once the matching is occur, then you can see what the example that we see about how the apple is taken. It's giving three kinds of information. It is an apple, it is a fruit, and it is in the red color. So all these things and all coming under the part of your machine learning. So now you can understand this. Let I will share this in my description part how to take this particular link. So if you want, I will share it in the notepad also. So this is one of the website that where you can able to use it to go and check how the machine learning is being developed. So this is a startup because everything we want to done it in the programmatical way. But even in case of programmatical way, you can also do it in the live like this. So this is the think-translator.appspot.com. This is one of the website which will tell you how beautifully the machine learning will be explained and how the machine learning can able to given for you. So I think you can understand how does it works. So this is one of the main ingredient of your machine learning. So one basic thing you should understand from the demonstration what the I given over now, there are multiple input is given. The algorithm will receive the multiple input, want to go for different kind of categorization. After go for different kind of categorization, then finally we able to identify what is the given the input object, whatever you given, that is identified. So how this is how this kind of things and all happen, whether you are going for classifications, whether you are going for clustering, or whether you are going for regressions. So all these things and all coming under the part of the types of machine learning which is being carried out. So this is the three types of main three types of machine learning which is being available. One is your supervised learning, and second one is your unsupervised learning, and third one is your reinforcement learning. So all these three are the main ingredient of the machine learning. There are multiple subparts available, but out of that, this three is the main ingredient of the machine learning, which what we called as a supervised learning, an unsupervised learning, or an reinforcement learning. So what is supervised learning actually? So supervised learning means where you will teach or you can train the machine using the label data. So we can give label data. What is the meaning of label data? For example, I take one apple and show the demonstration now. So when I show the demonstration now, what we can able to see that it is an apple. Not only I given as an input of apple, it also I given as an input to be called as an it is in red color. The dimension, the weight of the apple is being 70 grams, 40 grams. So I'm not giving only the it is a fruit, but what is the additional requirement, or what is the additional requirement needed to prove that it is the apple. So that all the things are to be, because suppose I take it this particular fruit, some other fruit is also in red color, that cannot be apple. So I want to label the data. The label to the data, not only mentioning the name of the fruit, I also mention what is the dimension of the fruit, maximum dimension, minimum dimension, and what is the minimum weight and maximum weight. Okay, and what are the additional properties available for the apple. So all these things are to be coming under the part to be known as an labeled data. So all these things to be coming under the form to known as an labeled data actually. So labeled data means where the answer is already known actually. So here our system learns by predicting the value, and it does an accuracy check using a cost function to check how close the prediction was to an actual output. So that's what we called as an it is unsupervised, because supervised mentioned this is a teacher or a supervisor. Suppose you have provided a data set of consists of a bike or a car. So in that situation, if there is a two numbers of wheels and one headlight on the front, it will be labeled as a bike. So that's what I just carried out the situation. See, whenever the label of data is given of a bike, okay, so there is there is an input that you want to give it there is an input that you want to give it with two kinds of input I given, or like two numbers of wheels and one number of headlights. So suppose if it is a car, then we want to give some other input for other than the image of the car to be given. Other than the image of the car to be given, we want to give there is a four wheels to be available and two headlights to be available over here. So all these things to be coming under the part of your all these things to be coming under the part of your supervised learning. Okay, so what the example that we given over now, okay, what the example that we given over now to be taken as a good example for your supervised learning example, what we taken like an apple. So once you taken the image, it will not show that it is a red color. It is also given two kinds of additional information, that it is an apple and fruit. So now you can understand that how the supervised learning will be needed. So all the data sets which containing the images, that should be labeled properly. Once it is labeled properly, then that is coming under the category of your supervision learning, or which what we call as in supervised learning actually. Okay, the next one which is taken with the form of unsupervised learning. So before going to an unsupervised learning, let me understand what is a part of the supervised learning. There is two kinds of parts available in the supervised learning. One we called as a classification, and second one is called as a regression actually. So these two are the classifications of your these two are the part of your supervised learning. Let me understand what is classification. Something the term will make it classify the input or classify the given set of values. Something you can heard this name while you're studying over the subject. So what is the meaning of classification? For example, suppose you are training your data to know about that you have a best friend with you, then you want to like whether your best like some movies or not. So what you will do it, there is, let's consider there is one new movie is being released now. So now you want to know your best friend like it or not. So here is the input which you are expecting will be either yes or no. So you will have a classification. Okay, so this is the one of the input you can given for your classification. Suppose you want to train the data, you want to know whether that your friend is like some of the movies or not. So suppose the new movie is coming over it, you want to know whether that new movie which is coming over now, whether it is being liked by your friend or not. So this is done by the supervised learning. That's why I just told Netflix is one of the good example for the supervised learning which is coming under, where into the Netflix, it will you will see multiple movies or multiple episodes to be available inside the supervised learning. So this is the one of the user input will be retrieved. So when new movie is coming, they will tell the new movie is containing the action movie or it is a romance movie. So all this tax values will be taken as an ingredient one, and the supervised learning will have one particular part will be called as a classification part. That particular part will be cleanly explain you whether this movie is liked by your friend or not actually. So now you can understand what is the meaning of classifications. So other than that, where this classification part which is coming under the part of supervised learning will be used for you, especially it is used in the finance and banking for credit card fraud detections and email spam detections. These are all the two main areas to be know about. And another one is to be main thing to be taken in Amazon, to know about and marketing area, whether the user is been happy on getting the product or the user is not happy on getting the uh, product. So all these things to be coming under the name of classifications. Suppose the next part of supervised learning which we called as a regression. So what is regression? Okay, so suppose from the data, the whatever the same thing what I just told about the friend has been, you want to identify whether the new movie which has been released on Netflix which has been liked by your friend or not. So it is coming under the classification. So what is regression actually? The same kind of information. For example, the best friend, they want to know about, you also know want to know about how many times each particular movie is seen by your friend. And now when a new movie is being tested, so now you are going to find out that whether the new movie is being seen by how many times the new movie can be able to see by the particular person. So classification will tell you whether the particular movie it is being liked by your friend or not. What is regression will do in the sense, the regression will tell you how many times the new movie which is being released that can be seen by your best friend. So that is the regression. So one part, how many times that that the activities will be again and again will be taken over in the situation. So that will be taken as a regression. So that's why I just told, if a new movie is being released, now you want to find how many times it is been released, how many times your friend has been watching that movie. Okay, it would be a 5 times or 6 times or 10 times. So here we will use a regression. So using the regression, you can able to have a idea when a new movie is being released, and you can identify how many times that the movie can able to seen by your best friend. Okay, so this is the two part of a classification which is coming under your supervised learning. So let me understand what is the general thing about the regression. So regression is used to predict the continuous values. Now you can understand what is the meaning of continuous values. Like what the good example I just told about, a movie is being released and you want to identify your best friend to know how many times you've been visit the particular movie or not. So the predicting prices of an house given to the futures of house like sizes or price, so that the x and y coordinates, all these things will be taken in the regression. So main objective of a regression, where regression is actually available. Sir, please give the real-time example where the regression is available. Generally, we call it as a supervised learning. In the supervised learning, there is two parts available. One is in classification. Second one is your regression. In regression, what is the main objective of a regression? So main objective of a regression will go for prediction actually. So you want to prediction the stock market price. What is the future stock market price? So that is coming under the supervised learning. In the supervised learning is coming under the part of your regression. Okay. So this is the what we will call it as a supervised learning. And the next one we called as an unsupervised learning. So what is an unsupervised learning? So in unsupervised, from the term itself, we can able to understand, we will not provide you any labeled data given to the system, which means that if I've been provided with an apple, which is in red color, if I've been having another object in red color, so all these two objects, it's not labeled that it is an apple or it is a pen or it is an water bottle. So there is not label for the object. In that situation, when I take these three objects to be given to the system for the recognition, in that situation, this is go for clustering. We know what is the meaning of clustering actually, grouping of data points to be called as a clustering. So in that situation, if all these three objects are in red color, generally what happened, this one object is the fruit, another object is the pen, which is another type of an object, and we have an bottle, it is another kind of an object. So all these three objects will be taken into one part to be as a group, because we are not categorized this objects to be named as a apple, pen or a bottle. So that's what the one of the main things to be known about your unsupervised learning actually. Okay, so in unsupervised learning, there is two categories of algorithms to be needed to develop the unsupervised learning, which what we called as a clustering as well as an association. So what is the meaning of clustering? So clustering is about the grouping of data points according to the similarities, while association is about discovering some relationship between the attributes of those points actually. So for example, when you take about association, so when the people is buying a bread and egg, okay, definitely I will tell you will buy the milk. So that is the meaning of association. So based on one product relationship, the another product will be buy by the system. Another product will be definitely choose by system. If any one product I buy it in the in case of your Amazon, then it will give a prediction to the Amazon that if this product is buy, definitely the user will also buy this product, because these two products will have the relationship, or will have the one of the association between X and Y. Okay, that's what we called as an association. So the clustering and association are the two parts of the input which is given in the unsupervised learning. And the last one is the reinforcement learning. This is a real-time one. So what is the meaning of reinforcement learning? So reinforcement learning, from the term itself, we can able to understand it will learn from the rewards as well as the punishments which is given to the system. So it will learn by each and every one, which means that when I started to throw the ball from one end to another end, okay, if there is any kind of an rewards is available, then I will take it as input. If I take it to be a punishment, then which means that I should not throw the ball in this direction, whether I want to take a shortest path algorithm to be identified. In that situation, when I'm moving from one end to another end, whether I want to take front to be moved, or whether I want to take the right, I want to take the left. If I take the right, I go to the dead end corner. So it's mean that it's a punishment. So the system is learning from that. Whenever I want to take it this particular path, I should not take the right one. I want to go straightly when you go for Rhine forward robot or the robot things and all available. So there the reinforcement learning will be mainly needed to be needed actually. So this is the three way of classification of your machine learning. One is supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. And this is what the basic information which is given over it, how the supervised and unsupervised and reinforcement learning will be taken over here. You can see the image which is given over at the bottom, the input where we have a training. The training represent there are multiple data sets will be given with the labeled values, but here the input is given. It go for clustering of the input based upon the pattern that we will call it as the input and output is given. And you can see the last general architecture, how the supervised learning will be needed. So when a raw input data which is needed, okay, the training data set already it will have the data sets which know what kind of information which is given. So it is the supervisor will go for comparing this desired output with the training data sets through the algorithm. There are multiple algorithm available in case of your supervised learning, and they come to the processing. That processing need to identify the classification you can see at the right hand side. So if you go for an unsupervised learning, the unsupervised learning cannot able to know about the label data, and there is no training data sets it's available. The unknown data only you can able to go for pattern values to be recognized. So in that situation, you can see there is no kinds of comparison is available. So even what I just told, if I given red color of an apple and red color of a pen, so this both the people are available in one cluster actually. Okay, so that is your unsupervised learning. And reinforcement learning. What is reinforcement learning? What I just told. Once if I identify any shortest path values, so if there is an success one, then we will take it as an reward, or I want to take it each and every actions to be taken as a punishment, which means that I want to minimize or maximize the algorithm. So all these things to be taken into the reinforcement learning. So let me understand, sir, what is the real implementation of an reinforcement learning? Reinforcement learning is mainly applicable for your medical field actually, because the supervised learning and unsupervised learning are not applicable for medical field, because learning where the new patients will be available from the version, there is a multiple inputs, we will get it over it, like what the present situation we are facing through the COVID-19. So the multiple patients will be recognized, and based upon the age of the person, so all this input will be taken, whether this medicine can able to given for the person, if the medicine is given, what is the side effects will be given on all these things and all to be coming under the learning one, and will be part of your reinforcement learning. So medical field is one of the important field that in the present situation, of your COVID-19, in the machine learning, the reinforcement learning is what presently in all the analysis of your the vaccine, what they are going to generate it for the COVID-19, all these things and all to be coming under the part of the missions with the name known as an reinforcement learning. So this is a general example how the supervised learning and as well as unsupervised learning will go for categorization. So presently you can see about when it is a supervised learning, it will not take only the input data. It will also taken about the annotations which we called about what is the property of an apple which is given. So that is given to the model. So you can see input, model, prediction, or the output. So this is a three layer of learning to be needed. One is input, and second one is a model will taken about the algorithm, and third one is your prediction. So you can see in supervised learning, when the apple is taken in, it is able to identify it is an apple. But in case of your input data over here, you can able to see over here, it can able to classify the input. That's why I just told, suppose I'm giving any other object which is been red color, that object is also going to be categorized in the form of apple. So with the apple, if I give pen or a bottle, let I take a plastic bottle to be in red color, when I show to the image, it will also categorized as an apple, which means that wherever the apple of red color is available, the bottle is also go and stay over there. Why? In the sense, because there is no annotations available, which means that the labeled data is not taken. There is no multiple properties is not taken to the system. So now you can able to clearly understand what is supervised learning and what is an unsupervised learning actually. So let I go for one simple demonstration how the machine learning will be needed by taking another one example. Like I'm going to have a mask on my particular face. That face will be taken as a training data set to the image. Then whoever has been entered into the system by having the mask on their face, it will be recognized the particular person is been wearing the mask. And if you are not wearing the mask, it will tell you are not with the mask, which means that without the mask you are available. So that kind of data sets will be taken. So let I will go for the demonstration of the machine learning. Like one example I given over previously, how the object is recognized, how the object can able to categorize. So now I will give for another one example which will differentiate about an whether you are wearing the mask or not actually. So let I go for that example. So this is a website that you can able to carry it out whenever you are free actually. This is the website. The name of the website is known as teachablemission.withgoogle.com. So this is one of the website that will tell you about very beautiful example will we give you about whether you are using the machine learning or not. So this is the website. Once if you are free, you can go for it, or after finishing the session, use this particular website to have a clean demonstration about the machine learning. So once you enter into this particular website, you can see about the button to be called as an get started. Okay, so you can see the right hand side, there is an image is given over here. So once the image is shown with some kind of representations and some of the positions which is given over here, like 1, 2, 3. So some kind of songs can able to go for comparisons. So it will able to sort out the given informations. So all these things to be coming under the part of teachable missions dot with google.com. So let I go to this particular website, and you can click the button known as in get started. So once you click the get started, you can get three kinds of projects to be available. One is image project, second one is your audio project, and third one is your post project. Okay, so within that you go and select image project. Within the image project, you can see about what the input which is needed for the machine learning. First part is the input, second part is your model, which what we call as a training, and third part which called as an output, what is the expected output that we will develop. So let I take about class 1. So this is an editable one. So this is editable one. So instead of class 1, I'm just giving with mask, and take another class. So class represent about the name of the input, which will take about the data set, how many data sets that you are taken. With data sets we can able to classify it. So the second one I'm giving as without mask. So there is a two class I created. One class is with mask and second class is without mask. So there is two option is given for you. You can add the samples by lively, you can take the webcam, and you can add your image with the mask. You can add multiple images related to that, or you can upload it the preloaded images if you are having anything. So the preloaded images also you can given as a sample, and that sample will be taken to the model. The model will go for training that particular input which is given by the two classes, which what we called as a with mask as well as the without mask. Okay, and finally we get the output. So let me go and identify how the with mask is being operating. So click the webcam. So once I click the webcam, let wait for a moment of time. So now you can see my image actually. So what I'm going to do in the sense, I'm going to wear the mask, then I'm going to click the button known as in hold to record. Okay, so just a minute. So now I've been wearing the mask actually. So using this mask of wearing this particular image, I'm going to take in this image as a sample. So I'm just getting hold record. So once you click the hold record, you can see the image is being captured. So I'm taking the image to be taken in different dimensions. So all these images will be taken by the system. Okay, so because the different dimensions I want to give as an input to know about the system can able to understand or not. So now you can able to see it's learn about 247 image sample is given. So let I take another images, let I go front and back to know about, because in some situation the images will be taken like this. So I taken this much of sample. So you can see 308 image samples is being taken over with the sample which where I can able to wear the mask actually. So this is what the class name I given as an with mask. So come down where you can able to again click without mask, you can see the webcam. So now I've been removing my mask actually. So now I've been removing my mask actually. So without mask, I'm going to take the screenshot of a data sets to be given for the training model. So I'm in giving this system. Okay, so I'm just taking different kinds of angles of my particular image. Okay, so to know about whether it is with mask or without mask has been available. So I'm giving different kinds of training sets to be needed. Okay, so this is what the different training set is being given. So that, so now you can see about here two kinds of things given over here. One is with mask, you can see multiple images are given over here, around 300 images are given, and without mask I given 320 images. So now you want to train the model. That's why I just told the machine learning will go for three set of layer. One is the input layer, which we given as a data set. The second layer, which we call as a training model, that is taken by the algorithm, and the third one is to be called as a output. So now you go for a training model. So the training model will take some time, because it want to receive all the data sets which is given from the class 1, which we called as a with mask, and the class 2, which what we will call it as a without mask. So all this to be given as an input, and it takes some minimum time to carry out all these images to be extracted to the training model. Once it has been extracted to the training model, it will compare all the images which is given over here. So it will compare all the images which is given over here, and it will compare all the images which is given over here, and it will So all the 600 images will be taken to the training model. All the 600 images will be taken to the training model. So let's wait. It takes some time actually. Yeah, now it is ready. So now it is going to be train the given algorithm. So now the training is been progressing on. You can see the training is being goes off. So you can also try with multiple objects. Even instead of taking as an example, I just take it about with mask and without mask. You can also take different objects to be given as an input. For example, you can show your face, and with the face you can show your mobile, and you can able to have the classifications, or you can able to given as an input as a real time fruits, and you can able to upload the images of the fruits. Then you can able to train the images. So all whatever the images now I've been presented now, this all the images will be go to the classification, which means that it will go to with mask or without mask. All the classification will go to an image data set. So like this, multiple people will use this particular websites to give all their inputs. So all these inputs will go to the data sets. Okay, so now you can able to see that the model is being ready now. Actually, the model is being ready now, where it can able to see over there. Now the when I go near to the particular image, you can see without mask is been showing actually, because I'm not wearing the mask. So when I come over to some level actually, because I'm been moving from the image, so let I will wear the mask and show you. Okay. So you can see that. So you can see the image now. When I show the thing that with mask is been showing over here. Okay. So when I remove the mask, when I enter into near, I'm not partially having the mask, but without mask is more actually. So you can see the differentiation which is happening in the with mask as well as the without mask actually. So this is one of the good example. This is one of the, now you can see it has been completely having with mask actually. Okay. So when I remove it, because I've been partially taking over here. Okay. So let I take this. Okay. So now you can see that without mask is being available. Okay. So that's what the image classification will be made it. So now you can understand how the machine learning will do this classifications by taking about different inputs. That labeling is very important. Okay. That labeling is very important in case of your supervised or an unsupervised of learning actually. Okay. So I think the session will be very useful for you, and make use of these two websites to know very clearly about the machine learning. Because in case of machine learning, the good way the machine learning can able to taken, or in what the programming language you can take it over here is the Python. So you can see the right hand side, there is one particular icon known as an export model. So once if you go for an export model, you can export to a website known as p5.js, which means that it will also given as a JavaScript file, or you can download the file. So you don't want to write a code. Okay, so once you train with this particular code, you can also use this particular model for getting different kinds of applications actually. So this is one of the good example and startup of your machine learning, and you can also share it to your GitHub. So all the kinds of activities you can able to done using this particular website. Okay, so try to use this, and you can see that the variation which is happening over in the mm, output, where you can see now it has been without mask is been available. When I'm moving some level, you can see the image which go for different kinds of classification, or I can see whenever I take the mask even to the level also, you can see there is a the layer is being taking as an with mask actually. So this is another good example, you can see it over here. So I think you can enjoy the session, and so I put the session from this particular one, and you can understand how the demonstration is being done using the machine learning, and what are the types of machine learning is available, and how the machine learning will be implemented. So all these things and all I given as a crispy input with the given time limit. So thanks for giving this opportunity. And anyone interested to do this kind of presentation in the student level, you can contact Mr. Nurul Hasan sir and take one of the presentation about what is the current trend that you want to show it. Come with a little bit of information. Definitely, we will share with our all the technological communicative people will be very helpful for you to share the information so that we can enrich our knowledge actually. So thank you to be the part of the STEM. So we will meet STEM 4.0 shortly. Thank you.